Hey, founders. We have been hearing the term silver tsunami quite a bit, and it doesn't refer to those of us with white or gray hair running really fast, but it does kind of connect. So if you're in your 50s and 60s and maybe even early 70s and haven't yet retired, what silver tsunami used to refer to was this sort of perceived generational wealth transfer of baby boomers and more so their parents leaving money to them in their estates. And a lot of that was perpetuated by people that were in the estate planning business. Not that it didn't happen, but that's not the big wealth transfer that's really happening in the silver tsunami. This is more a function of people selling their big homes and either moving to smaller homes and or moving to different states with lower taxes to preserve some of the wealth that they built up in their real estate. So that's one piece of it. But even more as it relates to most of what we talk about at Candor Advisors and Exit Well, it's about boomers, the generation beforehand, the generation after, selling their businesses in order to retire. There's a huge amount, tens of trillions of dollars worth of businesses that will be sold in the next decade or so that will create a big chunk of that silver tsunami. So I don't want to torture the metaphor and talk about waves of this silver tsunami. Suffice to say that this is a big part of the propulsion of that. And if you're a founder and you're hearing the term silver tsunami and you realize midstream here that you're a part of it, the key thing is to know that you should not wait to prepare to sell your business for 6 months before you plan to retire. You need to start thinking about it 2 to 3 years out. Talk to your wealth manager about what you'll need to net on an after-tax basis to be able to endow the rest of your life, so that after inflation and taxes, you have enough so that you never run out of money. That'll become the number you need to get when you sell your business. If investment bankers or business brokers, other transaction advisors that you're comfortable talking about your plans with, they generally won't charge you much, or in some cases any money, to give you a trajectory plan or an idea of what you should do. If you need some help there, click on the Talk to Kirk button on our website. I'm happy to give you some guidance for free. You can also click on Candor AI on the Candor website and ask some of those questions yourself, completely free. That is all information that comes from me and my experience and our more kind of larger aggregate experience at Candor Advisors. But the key thing here is think about it in terms of both an opportunity that you're probably part of, and then a planning event for you to get ahead of. I said I wouldn't torture the metaphor, but let me just give you one more thing. You don't want to be caught on the beach when the silver tsunami comes unprepared, because you might drown. Okay, that's it. I promise I won't torture it any further. But in the M&A world, and to a larger extent in the sort of retiring and making sure that your assets work for you in retirement, that's what silver tsunami means here. All right, more to follow.